3,000 most common English words. Animals. Camel. Camel. The camel carried heavy supplies across the scorching desert for days without water. Cat. Cat. The cat is sleeping on the sofa. Lion. Lion. The lion roared loudly across the savannah to mark its territory. Elephant. Elephant. The elephant used its trunk to spray cool water over its back in the heat. Gorilla. Gorilla. The gorilla beat its chest and stood tall to warn approaching rivals away. Crocodile. Crocodile. The crocodile lay completely still at the water's edge, waiting patiently for prey. Dog. Dog. My dog is very friendly and loves to play in the park. Kangaroo. Kangaroo. The kangaroo bounded across the Australian outback at impressive speed. Wolf. Wolf. The wolf howled at the full moon from the top of the snow-covered ridge. Bear. Bear. The bear waded into the icy river and swiped a leaping salmon from the water. Panda. Panda. The giant panda sat contentedly chewing bamboo shoots for several hours. Horse. Horse. The horse galloped freely across the open meadow with its mane flowing in the wind. Sheep. Sheep. The sheep grazed quietly on the hillside as the shepherd watched from a distance. Pig. Pig. The pig rolled happily in the cool mud to protect its skin from the sun. Rabbit. Rabbit. The rabbit twitched its nose rapidly before darting back into its burrow. Whale. Whale. The blue whale surfaced and blew a spectacular spout of water high into the air. Dolphin. Dolphin. The dolphin leaped joyfully alongside the boat as it sailed through the bay. Seahorse. Seahorse. The tiny seahorse wrapped its tail around a strand of seagrass to anchor itself. Salmon. Salmon. The salmon leaped upstream against the powerful current to reach its spawning ground. Eagle. Eagle. The bald eagle soared high above the canyon, scanning the ground below for prey. Ostrich. Ostrich. The ostrich sprinted across the African plain at nearly 70 kilometers per hour. Python. Python. The python coiled slowly around its prey and constricted with tremendous force. Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake. The rattlesnake shook its tail rapidly as a warning before striking defensively. Sea turtle. Sea turtle. The sea turtle returned to the exact beach where it was born to lay its eggs. Frog. Frog. The tree frog clung to the wet leaf and called out through the rainforest at night. Butterfly. Butterfly. The monarch butterfly migrated thousands of miles to reach its winter destination. Bee. Bee. The bee carried pollen back to the hive after visiting hundreds of flowers. Ant. Ant. The ant carried a crumb many times its own body weight back to the colony. Dragonfly. Dragonfly. The dragonfly hovered perfectly still above the pond before darting away instantly. Mosquito. Mosquito. The mosquito landed silently on her arm before she could swat it away. Snail. Snail. The snail left a glistening silver trail across the stone path after the rain. Crab. Crab. The crab scuttled sideways across the wet sand as the tide came rushing in. Shrimp. Shrimp. The tiny shrimp cleaned parasites off the larger fish at the underwater cleaning station.